Hello to my cherished viewers. I welcome each and every one of you to my channel, Janek Farms. This is our second episode on the topic Pig Farming in Ghana Beginner's Guide. In the previous episode, I spoke about 3 things you need to look out for when selecting the site for your pig project, and they were good road network, availability of water, and finally, availability of electricity. If you haven't watched our first episode yet, I'll advise you to do so, and you can find the video on the page. Kindly subscribe to the channel and don't forget to share the video with others. In this second episode, I will be talking about the grading of the land and the foundation of the pig pen or the structure. We did our preliminary surveying of the land to determine which spot would be suitable for the pig structure, and the spot we have concluded on was full of palm trees. Those palm trees you see here were grown by the people farming on the land. We graded the land without consulting the farmers of the palm trees, and that was a mistake we made. When you purchase a farmland you want to use for your project, and the land has crops grown on it, you either wait until the crops are harvested before you start your project, or you meet with the farmers to negotiate the price of the crops on the land before you go ahead with your project, because obviously the farmers won't just sit and watch you destroy their crops without counter-attacking you. The owners of the land were not the people farming on the land. They gave it out to the farmers so the land wouldn't sit idle. We went ahead to grade the land, as you can see in the video, uprooting and pulling down the palm trees to make a way for the pig structure. And there's one thing I want to draw your attention to. No matter how good and quality you want your project to be, you can do so and still save up on cost. We had met with several pit loader operators to come help grade the land, and most of them were mentioning a higher amount. Not that we can't afford their prices, we were just not ready to pay for an overpriced service. We spoke to a few of them and finally settled on a guy with a rational amount, and he came to do the job. A nice job for that matter. He charged 4,000 cedis for the job. So when you are ready to kick off with your project, make sure you talk to a few operators to see which one of them has a good price. There were so many palm trees on the land, and we had to get rid of them so we can have ample space for the project. We only graded about 2 plots out of the entire land, as you can see right here. The atmosphere was good, and I really love the green nature of the ambience with the fresh wind blowing. Fresh air is of paramount importance to the pigs, so you need a land with enough fresh air for your pigs. Back to the palm tree issues with the farmers. We had destroyed 57 palm trees, and a palm tree had been sold to us for 15 cedis. So 15 times 57, that gives you 855 cedis. That's what we've paid to the man, as you can see in the video. Take note to avoid such happening to you. You wait until the crops are harvested before you begin your project, or you meet with the farmers to negotiate the price of their crops on the land. You pay them and you start your project. So that was the transaction going on. The next day, we started our foundation for the pig structure. We first and foremost did the profiling. You may be wondering what a profile is. Now look at this. You see, when a building project is about to be started, the mason put blocks with ropes running between them on the edges where the foundation will be dug to demarcate the exact point for the building. Yes, this is done to help maintain the level and alignment of a course when the mason lays the block. That is what is referred to as a profile. Do you now understand? So that was the profiling we were doing right there. The length of the pig structure is 120 feet and the width is 25 feet. That is 120 by 25 feet. You can make the size of your pig structure bigger than mine or smaller, and that depends on your financial strength. I will throw more light in the upcoming episode on how we divided the rooms for the pigs based on their specific needs. We also have a room where we will store our feeds and a room for the mixing of feeds or in the structure. It took us 3 days for the completion of the foundation. Pig farming is one of the few ventures that is very lucrative but also cost intensive. You need to pump enough money into the business to make enough money. Now, can any amount of money be enough for the pig business? The answer is yes. If you can afford to start your piggery business with just 2 pigs and be able to afford their feeds and medication, you are on the right track. You can start as big as you want, but you can also start as small as you want. If you have no prior practical experience in pig farming, I would advise you start small so you grow with experience and get to hone whatever strategy you might pick up along the line. It's a business, so you start small and you grow with it with time, The mistake some of the farmers, especially the new ones in the business, make is that they start so huge with numerous pigs and later start running away because they could not afford to feed the pigs anymore. Pigs eat a lot, and an average pig is capable of consuming between 5 to 7 pounds of feed in a day. And yeah, they need that amount of feed to stay healthy and produce healthy meat for consumers. So that is one of the mistakes you need to avoid. You can start big when you have the financial muscles. No law is against that. Starting small to grow with the business also makes sense because there's nothing like competition in this field. The only competition is making sure you take good care of your pigs and you take good care of your pigs like you would take good care of any other investment of yours. We didn't struggle much with the digging of the foundation because it had drizzled the previous day and the ground was quite wet, making it easy for the guys to dig. Do you have any questions and suggestions? You can make them in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and also share the video. And one thing I would like you guys to know is when the work is ongoing, you have to be at the site in person to witness and also supervise the work. If you can't be at the site for 1 or 2 reasons, you need to let a trusted person substitute you here to ensure that the workers do the right job. The foundation, especially, is what holds the entire structure, and it has to be done well. A weak foundation only means your pig structure will be standing for a short period of time. Strong winds will be blowing, heavy rains will be falling, and if the foundations are weak to withstand the heavy rains and the strong winds, that means the collapsing of your structure is imminent. You might have probably heard or seen a story building collapsing while under construction. Yeah, that is due to a weak foundation. So now you understand why it is so important to be present at the site when the work is going on. Yes, your presence will coerce them to do the right job for you. And once you start with your foundation, you have to make arrangements for your drip of sand, chippings, and the cement blocks for the work. One may ask if a pig structure is limited to only cement block structures. The answer is no. You can construct your pig pen with woods, bamboos, and a combination of woods and roofing sheets like we do see in the villages. But those structures don't last long. if you are in for commercial and a long-term purpose, cement block structure is ideally your best bet. Some farmers also utilize prefabricated galvanized steel for their peak structure, and that is also cool. If you have watched the video up to this level, that means you really mean business. And I want to let you know that investing your money in piggery is a smart choice. Take good care of them, feed them well, give them the right medication, and watch them multiply to give back to you what you have invested in them. You are not going to get it easy at the beginning, and that's the norm for every business. The starting part is always the hardest part, and as time goes on, you will surely get your way around it and realize that it is not as hard as it was in the beginning. Be willing to put in the effort, and you won't be disappointed. So, if you have the means to start a piggery business, just do a little research about the business. You can talk to a few farmers to learn a thing or two from them, and then you kick off. When I first had the idea to go into pig farming, I contacted one farmer, Mr. Maxwell of Prosilience Farms, and I went to his farm to see how things are being done. And he has really lectured me on everything that I needed to know. And he's been part of my piggery journey from the beginning up to this stage. He is more like a brother now. So it is advisable to reach out to a few farmers who are already in the business for some form of coaching, and with time you'll be able to pick up everything and also develop some strategies on how to run your farm. Don't let anyone or anything discourage you. Pig farming is the first on the list when it comes to livestock. Pigs, because pigs are naturally prolific breeders, meaning that they can give birth to many offspring at a time, and that significantly contributes to the growth of your piggery business. So don't be afraid to embark on that journey. As you can see here, the workers did a great job with the digging. The fee for the digging was 2,500 cedis. Yes, you heard that right. Was it cheap or expensive? Let us know in the comment section. The profile and the platform cost 400 cedis. I've introduced a new term, platform, but don't worry, I'll tell you what it is. Now, the platform is where they mix the cement and the stones for the concrete work. They also mix mortar on the platform for the block work. The block laying. What we are seeing right here is the platform. Some platforms are bigger than this, and some are also smaller than this. The platform saves you an extra cost from having to, rent a concrete mixer for the concrete work. You can sure use a concrete mixer, and that's cool as it will expedite the concrete work. So that's all for today. In the next episode, I will be talking about the footings and laying of parts of the blocks for the structure. Subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to share the video with others. Thank you, and see you in the next episode. Bye.
You know, how get running back and then get in that.
No trigger, fit to